Well, hi there Shutterbugs, and welcome to another Journey to Guru. I'm Paul, and I hope you've been having a great holiday period. It's been a fantastic time here, spending time with family, been loving it. But time to get into some more inspirational GuruShots activity. And I thought today, after looking at Lee Skeen's Guru profile the other day and loving the images there, I thought, what else could be more inspirational than one guru? Well, many gurus, many winners, many people that are flying up the ranks. So I thought I'd look today and start off at least with this Discover tab on GuruShots, which shows you the ability to discover inspiring photos. And we can either look at winners, we can look at trending photos, those that I'm guessing are moving up the ranks quickly. I'm not sure if that's the photographers or the images, but either way that's cool. And the guru pics. So these are ones that have been gotten guru pics recently. I'm guessing they can do quite a few, and then I think there's a winning guru pic as well for each challenge. So this is a great way to be inspired. After clicking, say, on these winners, they have their handle here, which you can click on and then go to that person's page if you want to see a little bit more about them. Brilliant idea there. You get to see some of their other work. If one picture inspires you, there's a good chance that much of their other stuff will. So instead of wandering through the challenges, I thought we'd dig through some of these inspiring photos today, some of the winners, see how that might influence the way we look at the images in the challenges and the kind of stuff that we need to do ourselves to become better photographers. One little quick aside, while I rave on about the amazing GuruShots gurus, there are great people on GuruShots that are novices. Everyone has to start somewhere. We need to remember that the gurus on GuruShots have probably two main criteria. One is that they are great photographers, and the second is that they have devoted time and have had some luck, maybe, on the GuruShots platform. So they therefore end up climbing up the GuruShots ranks. So this is pretty important to consider because, again, fairly early on, I remember seeing some novice photographers by the GuruShots ranking and going, wow, their stuff is phenomenal. How could they possibly be newbies? They were, because they were just starting out, or maybe they aren't as devoted to the GuruShots platform, game, etc., as others might be. So just keep that in mind. It's not just the gurus that have fantastic shots and things we can learn from, but people that might be new to the platform, moving up, or maybe they just don't devote as much time and aren't as addicted as some of us are, yours truly, to GuruShots. So let's have a look through here. Let's maybe spend 5 or 10 minutes wandering through and seeing what really blows us away about some of these images here. Let's see if I can just move into a bigger view and keep moving through. We're all learning here, so let's see. And I should be able to actually make that full screen. Voila! Beautiful. Alrighty, so now we don't know who these photos are by, but they are in the winners section for GuruShots. And just wow, for starters. That shape of the image is just beautiful. The darkness around the outside causing this oval shape here, which kind of bleeds into the darkness of the image as well. These edges here, it just kind of smoothly moves into the gradient from the full dark into the reflection here. And that I love. Obviously the symmetry, the placement, the one figure. I was saying it the other day, I'll say it a million more times before I die, which is if there's something extra in an image, I feel it should add some value to that image. It should add an emotion, maybe even just adding a bit of a technical show off if it's more of a technical image. But it should somehow add value to the image. And this one does. The back of a person by the looks of it, looking out the window. What's the story? What are they thinking about? What are they doing? What are they watching? What's happening here? So this just builds a beautiful story, is atmospheric, and the scene as well is spectacular. All right, let's see if we can click through a lot of these. As far as repetition goes in images, this again is just beautiful, recurring elements that vary drastically from being in the distance to being up close. Gorgeous background images. This blue, I'm guessing it's the sky. Maybe there's been a little bit of touch up in post-production there just to make it all the one color. But yeah, beautiful. This little light in the background, what the hell is that coming from? Is that something approaching? This could be a bridge, I guess. Is it a walkway? Yeah, just what's going on there? So much story captured in one simple image. Now, how beautiful is this? I realized the other day, looking at Lee Skeen's work and many others, especially in the black and white challenges, I've got to be able to learn how to get this detail out of the wrinkles in the skin, out of the shapes, any indentation, and yeah, I've really got to work on that. So that's on my to-do list for the end of this year, which is really dig a bit more into mastering the monochrome space, or at least improving, not mastering, improving the monochrome space. One custom setting I have on my phone is monochrome, and I need to dig in there a lot more. I need to get better at shooting and just spend days just shooting in black and white. It's a medium I love. So yeah, here we go. Simple, focused, close up. Again, what's happening here? Not only is the image seeming, no, it's one hand, one set of hands, okay, turning in. Why are they so dirty? Why are they, you know, it looks like there's a white chalkiness or something on an otherwise darkened skin, or is it, yeah, is this oiliness, or what's going on here? You know, why are they suddenly paused like this? Again, this is what we learn from the winners in these areas. Thinking of bird shots, and this is something we might dig through, is one of the bird challenges, to see what can we do apart from just taking images of birds. Yeah, this is an interesting kind of, appears to be looking off the side, but I think that's just anatomy, the way they're built. Beautiful colors here, nicely captured, background is non-obtrusive, but yeah, what's the story? I've seen some great bird shots where the birds have barely been in the image and it makes so good a shot. Yeah, it might be a bird in the distance flying over two people. It might be, I saw a great one of 3 gulls in the foreground with a boat of some type, not far, like a rescue boat, not far behind it, totally out of focus. Just great depth of field. It was a chaotic image, but it was, yeah, just again, telling story and adding so many value-added elements, which I love. Let's have a look here. Damn, so I want to, is this composite? Has this been a lot of Photoshop work? Was it maybe a photo of a painting? I kind of don't think so. But yeah, probably a composite work here, but that is gorgeous. Looks like the woman, is that hair or is that a bigger hat on there? Can't quite tell. But again, there's so many unknown elements here. The removal of the eyes is a classic. We see great challenges on GuruShots where they're looking at eyes specifically, the look, the intent, the feel, the detail. But yeah, when you take those eyes away, ooh, that adds something else to the whole image. So yeah, beautiful as can be. If that's done in post-production, then again, that's a fantastic job. Peeling paint here, really realistic, lifelike face here. Yeah, gorgeous. Either way, beautiful. Now this is a fun one, a dog with a gorgeous little look, beady eyes, just lost in the distance. Beady may not be the right word there, but yeah, glassy eyes. I'm pretty sure that this here is either a really cool kind of a vaselining of the lens or some sort of close-up blur, or it's just done in post-production as a bit of a, you know, blurred shape around the outside. But yeah, either way, gorgeous. And just thinking that little bit of care that we can take as photographers of just hopefully adding something to the image in post-production, you know, making the colors pop a little bit more, maybe taking off a little bit of the saturation, maybe adding some blur just for the feel and the effect. You know, if this dog was a little more active or energetic, that may not work, that mistiness. that blur. But yeah, here it just is beautiful. Slightly off-centered, which is kind of nice as well. Yeah, just add something, for me, a little kind of not uncomfortable, but just a little, I didn't expect that to be just a little off. But I think the gaze of the dog, this kind of adds to that. It needs to be a bit further off that way. So yeah, gorgeous there again. A simple little squirrel squirreling away, I guess is the call. Nice background again. Great shot of an animal. Does it add any value? Does it really tell a story? Does it excite, or do we just go big tick for a great technical shot with beautiful colors, great lighting, and yeah, a really focused subject? But yeah, is that enough? Is that a wow? Same again there. Wow, it's 1-2. Bit of a grainy one here. This is interesting. I'm wondering if that's the effect it was gone for. But yeah, beautiful reflection, great colors there. Oranges, yellows, purples, pinks. And then that's also kind of captured in the rock as well. Looks like a fairly pink colored rock. So yeah, great on the color palette for that win. Now here again, that glassiness on the rocks looks beautiful. Slower shutter speed, but not so slow that it gives that misty effect. But yeah, gorgeous. I love those sunsets. Try and capture those wherever I can. Yeah, just so many different colors. It's like an exploded paint shop, I suppose. Alrighty, here we've got the slightly different with the beautiful oranges, this glow just going through the entire image, and yet a beautifully coloured boat here as well, just pure and simple white on this side. So yeah, gorgeous composition, something to look out for. Let's have a look at a few more silhouetted here. Like, wow, that's a fun image. See a pirate type ship or a old tall ship, a galley like that. Just yeah, gorgeously done, perfectly positioned sun just to play with the middle of the image, and then leaving this silhouette to really be sharp here. What have we got? Okay, well, why would this win something? A Santa Clausy Christmas challenge at the moment? Apart from great colours there and the velvetiness really being captured, I think the eyes we were just talking about before, the authenticity, a little cookie, so it's a person that's in action, that's actually doing something, which yeah, makes a huge difference, I feel. And that's something that, I've only got a handful of images where that actually happens, where it's capturing people actually in the task of doing something. A great one with a writer at a festival on an old school typewriter, doing up poems for people as they approach, as they purchase his services. And yeah, there was a gorgeous one, but I need to find so many more like that. And this again is subtle, fairly still, but we see that there's actually some action happening. Cute little kid one, can't go wrong there. Gorgeous colours, Christmassy. Won't be so relevant in a month's time, but there you go. Now, light and shadow, depth of field. Now this is a name which I've just forgotten, but that kind of haziness as it goes further and further back. We just had a challenge for that on GuruShots. Yeah, the way that the saturation drops and the colour hue changes slightly as you go further and further back in the distance. It's why the Blue Mountains in Sydney are so popular, because from a distance they look a real steely blue, a very sort of washed steely blue, but still beautifully done. So here you've got the full colour palette up front, you've got amazing light coming across. Yeah, that bokeh effect coming through here and here. And this is really, really washed, and I'm guessing that was the intention of the photographer. Maybe even, yeah, they've dodged or burnt that a little bit, whatever the lightning one is, in the background. Yeah, beautifully done. Again, simple subject, adding no more, nothing else in this image apart from the subject going forward and a stream of light and colour coming up from behind the clouds. Yeah, technically gorgeous. Here the mistiness again, I'm guessing that blur, that sort of lighter vignette around the outside, it really makes the yeah, this shot a winner. Same there, and there we go, cool lightning shot. Alrighty, well look, let's go from that. We covered quite a few there, and see if that makes any difference. Oh, nice macro one coming up. Definitely done in post there, I think, with the little wings. Yeah, so many great shots. So look, there's a thing to dig around in, look at the Discover. Let's go back and maybe look at 1 or 2 challenges and see if we can be a little judgmental because we're looking for things that'll inspire us to improve. Maybe let's take a, actually the retro shots are fair enough. Let's go to vote in this because I've got a predisposition to thinking that any shot that looks old is a good retro shot. But look at this, it's washed, it's like not even the full subject is in play there. Colors are just blur, no real sharpness or contrast. This is looking a little bit better, lazy dog, empty bike. But yeah, is it really a wow factor there? That's a good shot, I like that. So this is just a around the house kind of shot, and because it's a old style shot, you've got an old school radio and an old school dial telephone there, rotary telephone. Yeah, you kind of think, well, I'll forgive that shot because it's an old school shot. But you know, is it artistic like that? Is it something that adds to the image, or is it just maybe us being a little lazy and saying, hey, that's a shot that fulfills the challenge of being retro, so I'll leave it in there. So here you've just got that little bit of depth of field, nice clear keys with the whatever that's called in the background being a little bit blurry and maybe a little faded. Same on the outside, and it's kind of a nicer shot. I'll give it that. Again, it's just an object. Is it adding any value? Is it telling a story? Technically, is it spectacular or phenomenal? Yeah, I wouldn't say so. And this is something I want to hold myself to a higher standard as well, to start making sure I try and include those elements, and definitely only share images that include those elements. All right, this is a bit of fun here. So yeah, a simple Pac-Man style lemon, chomping on the little power-ups, little pills, and yeah, just done with very simple stuff. Cool, retro, yes. Funny, yes. Well done, yes. Looks great, and seriously, I'd say that's even better and more thought and more fun's gone into it than this simple shot of a front-on shot of a Remington typewriter here. Again, just old images, cool. This has got a bit of movement in it. It is a really old image by the looks of it. I'm guessing someone didn't take that, or maybe they did. Maybe that's someone where there's trams, such as Melbourne, that still has trams similar to that. Even San Fran, I think, still has similar trams. And someone could have taken that and done a bit of post-production and made it look old. I like it. I'm going to vote for that while I'm here. I've got a little bit of exposure to get. Yeah, so here we go. This is just wonderfully eye-opening for me. It looks like an old school PowerPoint, maybe even industrial sized. Could be, yeah, some sort of old school electrical fittings, and wow, that's cool. For me, I sometimes default to just the subject matter is enough to make me go, wow, that's phenomenal. I've seen some shots that are technically absolute crap, but they have phenomenal subject matter that you could probably never capture again, or it'd be very, very rare. One I saw the other day, I'm not sure if it was done in post-production or not, but it was 3 stealth bombers flying in formation. Those, I think I don't know the name of them, B-1s or whatever they were. But yeah, the modern stealth bombers, those triangle types. And it was just like, wow, how would you ever get that? Again, if it was done in post-production, sure. But yeah, that was just phenomenal. So again, gorgeous looks, feels, the scenes are nicely set. Is it doing anything more than that? Not really. And I'm going to start getting a bit snobbish, and really I'm going to try for myself to get images that do go a little bit deeper, either technically or storytelling. And yeah, hold myself to that account as well. Having said that, beautiful old shot here. Nicely done. Look like they've sepia'd it. And yeah, just that little vignette makes it stand out as well. As opposed to this, same kind of thing, same subject, but yeah, a little more washed. Yeah, again, desaturated slightly, but I don't think it was a great image to start with, so nothing's going to save that. So there's just some, again, thoughts. Let's see if we can quickly come up with some wows. This, again, as a scene, is just a damn, what the hell's going on there? It's a bit of a mix. How would someone gather those kind of images? Is this someone's house? Is it where somebody has been abandoned for a long time. Again, great images of things, but does it really tell a story? Again, wow, I love this kind of imagery. It blows me away technically. But again, yeah, the storytelling element might be really low, but the technical element and the enjoyment of that is just brilliant. Yeah, hats off. Boom. Not wearing a hat, but if I did, I'd take it off. Again, just a picture of a thing, not even a very good picture. Trying pretty good here for a lot of different elements, and looks like the, yeah, this has been, yeah, the colors have just been popped a little bit in this, which is beautiful. Great reflection happening here. Yeah, lonely street. Again, I love it. Retro, and yeah, spot on. It really is a beautiful scene. Thing. Oh, nice, technically done thing. Nice bit of depth of field there. It's an interesting placement of the items, probably just on an old store shelf somewhere, but still. Okay, thing. Oh, cool. Someone being involved there. Now, again, I wonder if that's a new picture. It's really well staged if it is. Yeah, going back to some old school stuff, and again, there's no excess light in there. It's just beautifully all roundly lit, as opposed to some other images that, yeah, just can't get the lighting right. So lots of things happening here, as one would kind of expect. It's hard to get a modern retro scene. Yeah, the fogginess here really helps. All right, so let's just spend the last 5 minutes or so looking at something else that might have more people in it. Maybe one of the black and white challenges. Oh, New Year's resolution. Okay, this is great. So this could, and I've seen a lot of really, again, photos that make the tick the box for the challenge, but don't do much else. And you know, this is kind of a random thought for people, I guess. What do they want to achieve in the new year? This, again, just a beautiful image. Technically wonderfully done, staged, spot on, inanimate objects, but yeah, nicely done. Somehow this lock has come into play here, and yeah, it's kind of creating its own story. A bit of fun. Looks like actually high production quality there, and someone having a good old laugh, which hell yeah, let's do more of, people. Let's have some fun, not take it too seriously. And I love this dude as well. Out loving life, great picture. And that's the kind of thing like you'd expect to see from a really good artistic friend on Facebook, maybe. It's kind of capturing a scene. It doesn't have certain polish to it, but yeah, it's a great feels, great energy. Yeah, great story as well. What have we got here? People interacting, interesting. Not a bad one there. Someone trying to get fit, and there are really, yeah, the background, I don't know about that, could have maybe been a better choice, but yeah, nice technical image. Take that one. So New Year's resolutions, what else are people trying to achieve? Okay, we've gone through a nice selective color here. And again, wow, story, so much is left to the imagination. Really leaves you wanting more. Yeah, wow, that's really, really well done. Not only beautifully balanced between the empty space here and the subjects, I guess. This line of color just really makes me think, what the, why would an artist do that? What are they trying to say? And then on top of that, yeah, so much potential energy building up to something that's about to happen. Man, that's great stuff. Love that snail. Gotta rock that snail. New Year's resolution, slow down a little bit. I like it. Actually, damn, I love that. Yeah, that really pops for me. Again, it's just an image, a subject. It's more than a thing. To me, that's got a lot of, yeah, a lot of great image in there. Great macro, a lot of fun. You can almost see the snail reaching forward, trying to reach its goal. I love it. All right, so there's a few that kind of work. Here again, less is more sometimes. You know, why are these henna tattoos on? Is this an aesthetic thing? Is it a religious thing? Is it a marriage going on? Yeah, what's happening there? I'm guessing it is a marriage. Ring going on the finger maybe. Wow, that's beautifully done. And yeah, sometimes black and white, like I say, got to play around with a lot more. Really, really washed image, but this still somehow pops. Yeah, it's just a thing. But if you see one more people one, this I love, New Year's resolution. I'm not sure what that is. Hit more scantily clad women with cars. Hopefully that's not it. Yeah. All right, this is cool. Nice open scene. Again, technically could be a lot better. A bit of blur in the bike. Yeah, not much definition anywhere, and I don't think that really adds to the scene. But again, I think I've got to be forgiving sometimes. I hope people are with some of my shots and go, that's a great scene. And yeah, technically, if someone was a bit better with the settings on a camera, then yeah, that could have really, really jumped out. I still like it. 10 out of 10. 9 out of 10 maybe. Alrighty, look, let's call that it for today. Hopefully you like that format where we actually get a little more inspiration from some more recognized people on the GuruShots platform, some of the winners. We might look at trending and some of the Gurus picks next time as well. But until then, get out, take some great shots. It's coming up to New Year. I'm sure there will be a lot of great opportunities to get some, again, once a year shots, I guess. Crowds, people, parties, fireworks, celebrations, all that kind of thing. People setting up, people cleaning up. There's just so much that could be done there. Yeah, look out for pets if they're near fireworks. That scares the hell out of them. Can be quite torturous. So hopefully we'll see some even more amazing shots in the time to come. Alrighty, get out there, take some shots, and look forward to seeing you all again here very soon.